You're watching The Citizen Report, real, in-depth American.
Welcome to The Citizen Report. I'm Jonathan Shannon. Thank you for joining me today. As always, this newscast is real, in-depth American. It's always good to be back here with you. Thank you so much for joining me. So last night I did an episode where I talked about the sort of my initial report on Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Congresswoman representative from the state of Georgia, and she is resigning her seat effective in January 2026. So in light of that development of her resigning her seat and her defense of liberty and the Constitution, yours truly, I decided to create a letter that I've just mailed. It's already literally in the mail system, and I'm going to read it for you here on air today in just a few moments. So let me go ahead and put it up on screen, and this is really the extent of my show today, pretty much, but I do want to talk about this and read this for you, and let's just jump right into it. So I wrote this, and I kind of had Grok kind of help me fine-tune it just a little bit as well. So hopefully I think it came out pretty decent, if you ask me. So I kind of ran it through some software after I wrote some of the initial points I wanted to make. So let's put it up on screen. I'll just read it for you. And I'm obviously not putting my address on screen. I use my P.O. box, but that's a side point. Let's read it. Let's go ahead and read this. Dear Representative Greene, I was deeply disheartened to learn of your decision to resign from your congressional seat effective in January 2026. We live in a complicated geopolitical environment. Your unyielding voice in Congress, as well as in the broader American discourse, has been a beacon of unflinching truth and patriotic resolve. Never has it been more obvious than now that certain foreign powers and political interests hold our government under their unyielding influence, eroding the very foundations of our sovereignty. Yet through it all, you have stood as a steadfast defender of the Constitution and God-given liberty. You have shown unyielding courage in the face of a deeply compromised mainstream media and political establishment. Please know that if you should ever decide to serve in a political role in the future, millions of patriotic Americans will wholeheartedly support you. Although I cannot be certain you will ever see my letter personally, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for being a voice for American liberty. Although I do not live in your congressional district, you spoke for me in the basic common sense that supporting America first would dictate. May God bless and protect you in Jesus' name. With sincere respect and gratitude, Jonathan Ryan Shannon. So that's my letter, now open letter to Marjorie Taylor Greene. I put in the mail earlier today, and that's really what I wanted to come on today and talk about. And I think it's important actually that if you're watching this, that you consider sending her a letter as well. I think we need to really make sure that people that support our own interests actually understand fully that we do appreciate them. And I can't tell you whether if it's in politics or just, on a personal level, people that show appreciation for, what someone is doing, I think that's very important. So for Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think it's very important for people right now to rally around her, even though she is resigning. I think it's very important for her to know that we do appreciate her. I think she understands that, but I think it's still important that she does hear from the American public on that point. So before I go, I just want to put this up. This is the actual mailing address information if you should decide to send her a letter. There are two ways of doing that. You can write locally in Dalton, Georgia, or to Washington, D.C. Personally, I chose the Dalton, Georgia address. I just feel like that when you write to the local level, there's a slightly better chance that, perhaps it gets read. It'll be read by the staff. So, if you choose to write to Dalton, Georgia address, it's P.O. Box 829, Dalton, Georgia 30722. So like I said, that's really about the extent of my show for today. I just wanted to come on and read that because I felt like I wanted to read that into the record here on the Citizen Report, not just as a letter that I sent to her earlier today. So on that note, rather short note today, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And by the grace of God, I will see you right back here again next time. Don't forget to subscribe to The Citizen Report on Rumble. Go to rumble.com, keyword search The Citizen Report. If you're here on YouTube, go right ahead and subscribe to me here, Jonathan Shannon, right here on YouTube. Don't forget to also go to the website, thecitizenreport.net. That's the web address where you can get all the links for the aforementioned Rumble, YouTube, what have you, Facebook. And you can follow me personally on X at JFilmGuy. So on that note, like I said, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, and I hope to see you right back here again next time. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your weekend, everyone.